but he gets the one he needed to put them in the driver's seat.
Here's Porter. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Porter's got 10 points.
Well, Porter Jr. shoots a very high percentage in the paint.
Here's Brooks. Pelicans cleared away. Porter's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Here's Huff. Poke loose. Here's Mann. And the layup is good. 11 points in the game. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
On the wing, Porter from outside the arc. And his 5th make of the game in 12 attempts.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Boston trailing. Here's Mann. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Mann's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Boston's gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Hart. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And, guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Johnson against Caldwell Pope. Another one falls for Boston.
I think he catches him off guard with the spin move right there.
Green for 3. And it's good. Well, hang on here. The officials may want to take a look at it on the replay monitor. And not so fast. The officials...
The previous play is under...
Before we go to the 4th.
And there's really plenty of time remaining in this
Ball
game.
still in his
So you
hand.
want to make sure the right call was made.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've gotten enough looks at it. The basket will not count. The quarter ended before he got it off.
That was a great idea to give it a second glance. The replay system is available, so you've got to utilize it.
Josh Hart getting it done for the Boston Celtics. He put together 10 points in the quarter. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Pelicans trail by 5. Davion Mitchell is out there with Trey Mann. Then there's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then it's Dylan Brooks. And it's Hayes in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Boston's shooting 40% so far in this one. Brooks outside. There's the 3. Huff pulls it in. Huff's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
And Kentavious Caldwell-Pope picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Outside, Green. Three-pointer, Halliburton. And that one's good. And Green with the assist.
And a quiet first half from distance. Didn't even try a 3, but now he's 1 for 2 from deep in the second half.
Mitchell misses.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Pass to Johnson. Here's Huff. He's defended by Hayes. Huff can't get it to go. Boston's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Boston again missing. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Count the basket.
He can move around with the big boys. Halliburton not giving in on the interior.
Mitchell against Halliburton. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Celtics, Davion Mitchell. At the line for 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. Vukcevic, he's checked in for Hayes. And no luck that time either. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Again, the Pelicans good for 2.
So wide open there. He said, why not? That's like a warm-up shot for him.
Brooks outside. To end the run, and that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, just showcasing his athleticism. When Brooks gets open space around the rim, he looks to throw it down with authority.
Hits the trifecta, and the Pelicans lead by 3.
I just love the ball movement.
The Celtics have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. With the teardrop, it's hauled in by New Orleans. Johnson passes to Huff. Rebounded by the Celtics. Brooks has got his 4th rebound in this one. It's stolen by Green. All alone on the break. And it's hammered home by Green.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
Now here's Mitchell. Back to man. Inside, just 5 to shoot. Outside Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. Here's Mitchell after the basket by New Orleans. Outside man. To halt the run. That shot off the mark.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And here's Green from the arc. Caldwell Pope pulls it in.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
Here's man. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
Takes a 13-footer. Boston pulls it in. Next up, they'll face the Nuggets in Denver, and that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. Here's Brooks. Ooh, a terrific shot on the turnaround. Now just a 3-point New Orleans lead.
Such a reliable mid-range shooter. Brooks doesn't hesitate when he sees an opportunity to rise up from there.
Halliburton pass to Johnson. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist. Halliburton's got 8 assists here tonight.
Lava, chicken, crispy and juicy. Now you're having a snack. Ooh, super spicy. It's a lava attack.
That's the bird, turkey.
I don't want to sit around and listen to the same songs.
Here's Huff. Clock at 6. And again, it's New Orleans with a 3.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Boston's got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. Halliburton against Mitchell. Caldwell Pope, the pass to man. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Just 4 to shoot. Over Halliburton. Great D that time from Halliburton. The Pelicans have gotten 8 of 13 shots to find the basket in the fourth quarter. The 3 is up. Can't get it to drop.
Well, he's trying to shoot his way out of it from distance. But look, he's got to find something easy.
Vukcevic, rebounded by Halliburton. Halliburton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
Oh, he goes up high for the 2-handed slam. Now here's
Jesus fucking Christ.
They're doing what they can do to mount a comeback.
And BA, they don't have to get it all back at once. Just focus on making every possession count.
Now here's Mitchell. Brooks outside. 5 to shoot. To win the cold spell. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Brooks has got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Celtics trail by 11. Mitchell drives in. Deflected.
Well, this has been a frustrating night for him. Still without any points.
Here's Halliburton. And it's New Orleans with another.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Boston's shooting at 31% here in this fourth quarter. Here's Mitchell. Drops in the layup for 2.
In the NBA, you let anyone shoot inside 5 feet, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage.
And we've got a timeout called by Willie Green. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Ends up going with a new group. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Willie Green coaching his team during that last break. And they told their team, no easy threes. Let's guard that arc. Don't let anyone get an open look. With the lead, they want to close this one out with their perimeter defense. Let's see if they do, Brian.
Allie, thank you. The Pelicans lead by 11. Halliburton outside. Porter from outside. That's good. And Halliburton gets the assist.
3 points.
Halliburton's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. The floater is Brown. And the 3 off target.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Here's Halliburton on the take. And the layup is good off the glass. Halliburton's got 20.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Outside Bull. Back to Van Vliet. Shot clock at 5. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Edey's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Three-pointer off the mark. Celtics trail by 16. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Pelicans shooting about 43% in this one. Halliburton against Van Vliet. Pass to Edey. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Shooting for the Warriors. Edey taking 2 shots.
2 shots.
And he drops the first. It's both from the stripe.
And really strong at the line since the break.
And for the Celtics, they're shooting just 38% for this game so far. Van Vliet outside. Can they get it? It's hauled in by New Orleans. Edey's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. It's tipped.
Boston foul. Onion. First personal foul. 3rd team foul. At the line for the Pelicans.
The first free throw is good.
2 shots.
And so he hits both. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, BA, what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes. Huge size disadvantage for the defense. Might as well just get out of the way.
Now Halliburton. Pass to Edey. Van Vliet against Halliburton. Jacks up a 3. And Fred Van Vliet with the 3. Van Vliet's got 10 points here in the second half.
And this is what Van Vliet is known for, a volume three-point gunner who shoots it well.
And here's Porter outside. And Klingon pulls it down. Celtics trail by 15. Hart goes in. It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards. Edwards got his 6th rebound on the night.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Pelicans.
This team did a lot of things well tonight. Number 1 was passing the ball.
And it was a team that was in rhythm, and they just trusted each other to take the right shots.
And this one concludes with their 2nd victory of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And they got a lot of great solo efforts tonight, but probably none bigger than the performance for Tyrese Halliburton.
Well, just a fantastic job of distributing the ball. When you're able to see the floor like that and take advantage of what the defense gives you, it's huge.
Now here's Van Vliet, outside Bull. There's 39 seconds left in the 4th. Here's Brown. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Halliburton outside. Pass to Edey. It's stolen by Hart. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Oh, the pass to Hart. On target from range. There's 10 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And so it's New Orleans winning this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Tyrese Halliburton.
You get out of yourself as a team, and I say the team absolutely did. This team is blue, the whole team is blue, I guess I should say. They were the best team in the regular season, and at the end, they're the best team in the playoffs. They hoist the Larry O'Brien high. They're going to take those buses around this Coach Carlisle got a peek at before this 87 was played, but they're going to get used for a championship parade here in Oklahoma City. We welcome you to the Volkswagen post-game show. As always, I'm alongside Tim Legler. We've been doing this version of this show for a decade. Tim, we've done a lot in our studio, but there's something about being in the building when moments of high achievement are realized by a group. You get to truly experience what this team is feeling. We're going to get a chance to talk to them about it. We'll get to the Halliburton piece because it's significant clearly. But from the start of this year to now, the teams demonstrated something that they were the best. What they showed you on this run and tonight. We saw it all the way through the month of November. They had a recipe for what they did to you when they were playing their best. They would turn off the heat defensively, pressure all over the floor, overplay passing rate, chasing rate, as I like to tell Scott, when they don't give up pursuit of the ball here, and then turning those turnovers into points. Fitting that Oklahoma City won a championship because that's exactly what they did in the third quarter. That was the moment that turned this game after an incredible...
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are ready to go. Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline courtside with David Aldridge. And it's still early in the year, but already some trends developing as we check out the new power rankings. As you take a look at Charlotte, they ascend up the list to number 3 with some spirited play.
And you know, right now for the Pelicans, they're just right now outperforming those preseason predictions. And that's because they're getting help from some unlikely sources.
Now the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. Edey out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. Then there's Edwards. And for the Hornets, Prince out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Mo Wagner. Then there's Doncic. And it's Nembhard in at the shooting guard position. Early on, Greg, the potential landscape of the NBA very much open-ended.
An early win streak could really boost the team's outlook, kind of define their direction. So I expect to see them keep the intensity up. So we should be in for a fun one.
Drills it from outside.
This guy is constantly refining his game, and Anthony Edwards is dangerous from 3.
Halliburton against Doncic. Adebayo with a screen on Edwards. 6 on the shot clock. From 11 feet away. That one doesn't drop. Halliburton on the wing. And Halliburton slams it in.
Tyrese Halliburton saying, I'm not just a pure shooter, folks. I've got a little ups in my game.
Here's Doncic. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Nembhard. Prince outside. Wagner outside. Now Adebayo, guarded by Porter. Nembhard with it. Scheming at 12. Hits the 3-point bomb.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And Halliburton's got the ball here for the New Orleans Pelicans. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, and defensively, boy, did they trust one another. Communicated well and just made it very difficult to get good looks in that one.
You knew they were on a string all night on the defensive end. And it always helps when someone got caught out of position, help was on the way.
Oh, nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a few minutes with the Hornets head coach. Now, we talked about the tall task of facing Anthony Edwards. Coach said he is so physical. Ant looks more like a linebacker than a wing, so we can't foul Edwards too much. That's playing right into his hands. So they'll try to play him tight without sending him to the line. Not easy to do. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
And at 6'10", Porter is a threat to score inside, which is why the defense trying to rough him up a bit.
Pelicans shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
Free throw good, Porter.
And you can tell Porter Jr. wants to keep getting better. And that's one reason why this team is still so high on him.
That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
Here's Halliburton following the basket by Bam Adebayo. It's Edwards on the wing. And the Pelicans miss again. Hornets trail by 3. To the for Adebayo. Porter with the steal. And now the Pelicans on the break. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And the size Porter Jr. has helps him on those physical takes. Great work inside there.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He wants to talk to his guys. We have a chance. Let's now take a look at the teams that top the league in shooting from beyond the arc. 5th on the list, the Pelicans.
Their long-range shooting last year was nothing short of spectacular. I mean, they were absolutely unconscious from the three-point line.
Charlotte, their last game, a win against the Heat. Back to Doncic. Kicks it out to Prince. Pass to Nembhard. Charlotte moving the ball around. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
One thing you know about Mo Wagner, he will attack when he's on the interior.
The Hornets shooting their first free throws of the game.
Morris Wagner. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
Mo Wagner, the perfect rotational big. Rebounds it, sets hard screens, and we know, guys, he's a very capable scorer if given the opportunity.
Good on the second free throw. Now here's Edwards. A 20-point game for him in the win against Boston.
And the other thing, guys, he really got after it on the backboards. What a complete game for this guy. This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Hornets. They trail by 7. Wagner with a screen for Doncic. Pass to Wagner. Out to Doncic. Clock at 6. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For New Orleans, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Porter with it. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. Porter's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Charlotte is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. The 3 for Doncic, and the Hornets miss again.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy, just struggling to make shots right now.
And here's Halliburton, his last outing with 20 points. Pass to Edwards. High arcing shot. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pelicans.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
That free throw, good from Nembhard.
Go ahead, my friend. Okay. Yeah, I went solo too, so that's not a big thing.
Pelicans leading by 8. Left side, Edwards. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. Edwards got 7.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has
usually
every chance they've gotten.
Pass to Prince.
If they don't have a person working with them,
Miami, he was really
the guy behind you will do it for you. It's, you know, they'll do it for you. It'll either be the guy behind you or the person's assistant.
Halliburton passes to Edwards. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. 10 points for him.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you don't have to do all that. They'll help you out big time. No problem. Enjoy yourself. Well, I live in Chicago, so next year, if they go to Chicago, I'll be there next year.
And the Hornets making a change here. Ware's checked in, and New Orleans also making a change. Green's checked in.
There's no problem, brother.
Hornets trail by 10. The three for Doncic. Edey with the rebound. Edie's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
It's Edwards on the wing.
Like, realistically, there's actually more people who go solo than with friends or anybody. So you won't be out of, out of hand or whatever.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Oh, shit.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in games, you should see his trip shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative
Yeah, you'll be good.
It's fun to watch.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Wagner on the wing.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Plays it up and banks it in.
Now, that's a great possession. You set Wagner up down low and let him go to work.
And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. They're leading by 8. From deep, Green. Doncic grabs the miss. The Hornets have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another injury, Michael Jordan.
Prince can't hit. Pelicans leading by 6. Down low. And Ware pulls it down. Hornets have gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Here's Nembhard. Edwards defending. Nembhard the pass to Wagner. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. A 3-pointer off.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Now Halliburton.
No need to be envy, man. You said you can have yours too. You know, it's
Hornets trail by 6.
You know, they know why you're there. So
Pelicans pull it in.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this
they'll
range, you've got to defend with
they'll kind of, you know, do that for you.
This job defensively.
Edwards, good.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
And for the Hornets, they're shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking at
on defense. What are you doing?
To the paint. Here's Nembhard. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Nembhard's got 11.
Well, this quarter has been all about this guy. He is trying to close the gap in the score.
Doncic against Halliburton. Outside Edwards. Here's Edie. Sinks the triple.
That is an absolute dime from the Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards. Every year gets better as a playmaker.
Hornets trail by 9. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Powney's checked in. And it's Connect in for Torian Prince. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Now here's Higgs. 9 points last game. Pass to Ware. On the arc. The rebound by Anderson. New Orleans leading by 9.
Yeah, they did.
Halliburton outside.
SGA MVP.
Unloads from 13 and off the front iron, and in it goes. Halliburton's got his second bucket tonight.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Hayes, no good. Pelicans shooting it from their comfort zone so far in this one, 57% from the field. Now, here is Halliburton. Defense right on him. Edwards' shot is good.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Hornets trail by 14.
And yeah, Indiana put up a good fight, especially after Tyrese tore his Achilles in like the first 3 minutes of the first quarter. I mean, Tyrese was on one. He had hit 3 threes and he was hot. And just that, you know, like they say, the strained calf strain, usually if they don't give it time to fully heal, it leads to a ruptured Achilles, and that's what happened, unfortunately.
Pass to Anderson, a 3-ball. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Here's Nembhard, 11 points in the game. Nailed from three-point land.
I'll tell you, despite this guy's strong play in this period,
yeah, it was so unfortunate.
Someone else has got to step up.
Pass to Anderson. Back to Halliburton. Outside, Green shoots over Nembhard. Green, no luck.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the New Orleans Pelicans. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. We'll return shortly.
They came roaring back in that game. They reached the largest deficit in the history of the NBA playoffs in a game when they won game 4 as well. They swept.
Glad to have you with us, folks.
Somebody knew what they were doing.
Basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Just stretching out the floor in the first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously
big time in the WWE.
Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
Hornets trail by 9. You've got Hayes. Connect out there with Adebayo. And there's Riley. And it's Ware in at the 5 spot. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with. New Orleans has gone downtown.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Just over 50%.
Absolutely, I appreciate that.
And here's Johnson outside, and another 3 for New Orleans. Great, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game. And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Tries it from 9. Again, the Pelicans score.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And Riley gets it to go.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. He's guarded by Adebayo. Hayes with the steal, and a fast break now for the Hornets. Lays it in off the breakaway. Hayes has got it back down to single digits for Charlotte.
And that's how they're going to trim this lead. Play tough D, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
Hornets with the rebound and going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year. To the inside. And Adebayo throws
Well, then I hope definitely hope you get some.
Adebayo had to keep his focus.
Yes,
Nice
yes.
that he blinked twice
Have fun.
getting physical with him.
And he's got his first chance at the line.
Hold on, I gotta pause just a second. Gotta go to the washroom.
But the Indiana Pacers kept fighting. They wouldn't go away.
No, can't do that.
Right there at halftime. And I was saying to myself at halftime on the NBA test, I'm like, wait a minute now. These are Oklahoma City Thunder. They've been the number 1 seed twice. Back-to-back seasons. You're the favorites to win this. Halliburton goes down. That's like a shark in blood-infested waters. But there was no sharks on OKC other than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. There was no one helping him offensively. And he came out while everybody else looked a little jittery at first. Shai looked completely composed, like it might come down to me and Halliburton. I'm ready. What y'all gonna do? But obviously that third quarter, even though T.J. McConnell scored 12 points in that third quarter, they outscored Indiana 34-20. They gained separation like you suspected they would have done a bit earlier, and they showed why they've been the best team in the NBA this year because their defense ruled the day, forcing 23 turnovers, 32 points off of those turnovers. That was the difference in this game. That's been a difference for OKC all season long.
We have the coach standing by here.
Oh, okay.
And so, if you'll excuse me, No. Listen, I appreciate your time, and I appreciate the fact that we're going to let Mozak slide in here. First take tomorrow morning, Stephen A. Smith will have all of the runway to discuss what this team did and what they accomplished, winning their first title as they solidify the fact that in the postseason, regular season, they're the first team to win the title for the league's MVP since the 2015 Warriors. 19-2, they're out for a loss. You can beat them once, but you're not going to beat them a couple in a row. They finished with the best points differential at home in a single postseason all time. Mark Dagnall's alongside. This is the first time we ever get a chance to talk, and it's after you just won a title. Mark Dagnall. It's Scott Van Pelt. It's awfully nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you. Congratulations on the victory. You can't know how something will feel until you feel it. It's very fresh. There's still confetti on the floor. But I felt as you were talking with Lisa Salters, it seemed like you're processing this wave that's hitting you. Yeah. What's hitting you?
I'm just so happy for the guys. I mean, I'm happy for the city, happy for Clay, happy for Sam, the whole organization, but I'm really happy for these guys because
Shooting was a little bit of a battle for him all season long. Last year, only shooting about 71%.
And the Hornets making a change here. Krejci's checked in, and a change for the Pelicans. Porter's checked in for Johnson.
And attitude plays such a big role in Adebayo's game. This guy is a worker. Doesn't mind getting his hands dirty if it means getting his team ahead.
Pass to Porter. Puts up a three.
Okay.
And rebounded by Connect. Connect's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Hayes. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Nice little run here to shrink that
run for that team. And you just wish 2 teams were fully whole in that game. Congratulations, Sam. No doubt. Unbelievable organization, team. They're unbelievable coach. It was humbling competing against them. So that was a tough one.
Mark, I've mentioned several times as we were showing highlights of the run throughout the playoffs that having a Game 7 in this building is a heck of a trump card to have. Like you're gonna have to play it to be here. I'm amazed at the energy. I'm amazed at the sustained volume. How much do they help you get across the line? Not just tonight, but throughout the season from the fall through now.
I mean, I always talked about they put the wind at our backs. My first year, we were 0-4 or something like that, and we lost to Golden State by like 8 points at home. And they gave us a standing ovation. We were like 0-5. I'm like, this place is different. These people are next to them. Like 21.
No, I was gonna say everybody's legal, right? I think tonight everybody can do what they'd like to do tonight. I feel like I owe you and Sam a massive sort of mea culpa because I go back in the chessboard you all saw. I didn't see it. I thought, wow, this is a mess, man. You guys were young and you're losing all these games, but you built with a clear understanding of what mattered. Talent, yes, but how much is the DNA of the human a component that you factor heavily?
Yeah, I mean, huge shout out to Sam for the vision. You know, he had gone through this once before, and then to tear it down to the studs and do it again is an unbelievable accomplishment. And I always marveled at his discipline and who we were bringing in the door. At first, it was like we could be taking some winners. We're really, really young. Let's make sure that we have quality people. And then as the team got better, it was like, man, we got something special brewing here. Let's make sure we don't mess that up. And he's done unbelievable at executing that.
Pardon me for interrupting, were you always aware of a plan that was going to allow you to learn a way to get this thing off the ground?
Yeah, there was never a day where I didn't feel full support from Clay, Sam.
Deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Yeah, it feels like they've ramped up their intensity. They have forced good things to happen. Now they're back in it.
And timeout called by Willie Green. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Each one of those guys won an MVP, and so I think probably each guy could look in the mirror and go, one guy. Yeah, they weren't wrong. They all go, he's the guy.
Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Hornets fourth.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Huff. Now here's Green. He's covered closely. And here's Charlotte. It's been 10 unanswered points. Here's Adebayo. Drains the three-pointer. And it's now only a 1-point Pelican lead.
Adebayo stretching his range, able to connect there.
Right wing. Misses in close.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
And in dropping that one, he stops a 13-0 run by Charlotte.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul. Second team.
The Hornets have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
Julian Hayes taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls. Halliburton's checked in for Green.
During the build where you sense that we were pretty special and that's something going. And then this season, there's absolutely a sense that we were a great team and that we could accomplish really anything. Mr. Hartenstein is correct.
Hayes hits them both. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. He gets it in there. He's got 7.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Hornets trail by 3. There's the screen to the middle. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Pass to Porter for three. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Ware's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. He's with it. 9 points in the game so far. The three. Pelicans pull it in. Halliburton's got his 4th rebound in this one. As a junior college product, Dalton Knecht, Greg, didn't have a traditional path to the NBA.
Yeah, Kevin, spent 2 years at a JC, 2 more at a small Division I program, then used his extra year of eligibility to transfer to Tennessee, and there he became first-team All-American.
You just say hi.
First-round pick.
It's good from long range.
And you're asking for more trouble.
So you say hi. How are you doing?
Just roam free from beyond the arc.
Lets it go from deep. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Now Halliburton loves answering a challenge. A 3 made on one end means it's time for him to come back and answer.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust.
Yep.
Making a switch here. Edwards is checked in. Pass to Ware. Now Wagner. Charlotte moving it around. Here's Ware. That 3 off the mark. It's Porter outside. Hornets with the rebound. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Yeah, they took advantage of some porous defense in that one. Really got the shots they wanted.
Give them some credit. I'll tell you this. They caught an opponent on a very off night defensively, and you take advantage. Simple as that.
Halliburton with it. Hayes on him. Halliburton, that's good.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And so here's Charlotte, trailing by 2. The 3 for Doncic. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Outside Edwards. Back to Halliburton. The kick out to Porter. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton.
3 points.
Halliburton's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. And it's the Hornets with the ball. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington. They'll face the Wizards. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. And Doncic throws it down.
I'll tell you, some people question the athleticism of Luka Doncic, but boy, he loves to dunk on occasion and let you hear about it.
Halliburton passes to Porter. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Well, after hitting 0 from distance in the first, that's his 2nd make this quarter.
Hornets trail by 3. And it's Knecht in the corner. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline.
I'll tell you, feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
Here's Huff. And another 3 for New Orleans.
Well, for a big man, his stroke is just beautiful. And because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
The Hornets shooting at 50% in a decent group. Pelicans leading by 6. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
Charlotte shooting 59% here in the second quarter. They're playing with great confidence. And Kenneth gets it to go.
Just 1 for 5 this quarter. You know he wants to help his team, but not sure it's shooting.
Long time fan from the past, yes.
Back to Halliburton.
Make sure that she's gonna be there though.
To Edwards. There's the 3. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. Edwards got 18 points.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Here's Doncic. Great D that time from Edwards.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
The shot's good from Halliburton.
Yeah, give Halliburton credit for staying with the play. You've got to be able to fend off that defense and still finish.
Now here's Hayes. He's covered by Halliburton. And Hayes kicks to Doncic. From past the arc. The shot off that time. Pelicans leading by 9. Covered by Hayes. It's rebounded by Hayes. The Hornets on offense. Down low. There's the steal. Three-pointer on the way. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
I'll tell you, he's having his way right now in the second period. Forget the first quarter. Let's get to work.
To halt the run, and it's in there. He's got 11.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Halliburton outside. Here's Edwards. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
Hayes the pass to Doncic. Doncic gets it to go inside.
Now, this is what makes Luka so special. He's so unpredictable.
Halliburton deciding where to go with it. Pass to Edey. And there's the drive. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
New Orleans leading by 13. Halliburton on the wing. Over Hayes. Here's Edey, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Edey's got 5 now.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Hornets shooting straight 49% from the field. Doncic against Edwards. Charlotte moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. The 3 for Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Lets the 3 fly. They grab their own miss. Outside for Halliburton. The second effort. And another shot. Porter, no luck. And the foul called on Edwards. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Third team foul. In for Charlotte, number 11, Andrew Nembhard.
And the Hornets miss again. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Pelicans lead by 17. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
You know what time it is. It's time for your VIA half-court shots. Please direct your attention to center court. Drum roll, please. They're thinking about the shot. Give it up for the participants.
Hey folks, happy you joined us. The action tonight a bit wild and a big deficit now for the Charlotte Hornets. Look, I know this is going off topic, but during the first half we were doing some dribbling drills. So Kenny, as the point guard here, I want you to rank our handles.
Okay, obviously first is me. Second, I'll get that to you, Ernie. Third, I'll go with our IT guy. He really surprised me. Then you, Shaq.
There's no way I'm after Ernie.
Shaq, if you want to be better, you can be.
And looking now at that first half where everything was going wrong for the Hornets.
Well, the energy they're putting out is not going toward their defense. Problem is their offense can't keep up with those guys. So the D has to pick up the slack or this thing is over.
Man, you know they're getting an earful right down in that locker room. We'll see who's listening.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Was as important as what they were on the floor. Yeah, I mean, look, everyone, when you have success like this, it's easy to narrate it back and make it seem like it was
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
The thing about this particular group is they have great people around them.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. 17-point game. Tipping off the second half. Here's Willie Green's foul. Anthony Edwards out there with Halliburton. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Edey.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Halliburton. It's rebounded by Doncic. The Hornets shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Don't take your eyes off Bam. When he comes off the floor, he gets up and the slams are just too good to miss.
Outside Edwards. It's three-pointers off the mark.
Not quite.
Yeah, I know.
This island was the research facility for the original Jurassic Park.
Any dinosaur is too dangerous. We're left here.
Open the door!
Jurassic World, rated PG-13. Get tickets now.
Someone in the group get hot. Let's see.
Adebayo with the screen on him. A shot by Nembhard, no good. Pelicans leading by 15. Right side, Edwards. Outside, Porter fires the three. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
And such a sharp shooter from outside the arc. Porter just superb at knowing when to fire from deep.
Here's Nembhard. And he banks in the layup. He's got 16.
What a great shooting performance. His percentage is outstanding.
Halliburton outside. Over to the left wing. Here's Heaney, and another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's hard to believe, but Luka Doncic is still in his mid-20s. Doris, does he even have a ceiling?
That is the question, Kevin, and I'm not sure he does, because in the first part of his career, he's been all NBA consistently, and we're talking first team multiple times. He's averaged over 30 in a season. I don't think there is a ceiling, Kevin.
First one falls for him.
Boy, Luka's strength, his size, his savvy puts him at the free throw line so often.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Oh! Wow. How about Anthony Edwards, the bounce? Go ahead, Ant.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And here are the Hornets now, trailing by 19. Doncic outside. And he converts the layup. Doncic has got 18 points.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Doncic against Halliburton. It's Porter outside. That's good. And it's Halliburton with the assist. And the Pelicans lead by 20.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Nembhard, the pass to Doncic. Adebayo down low. Porter's there.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout, looking for a breather, and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
Get in on playoff action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Right now, new customers can get
take a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. Fifth best, Tyrese Halliburton.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
And Wagner has it in the corner. Here's Nemhard. He's got 16. Just 5 on the clock. Puts up a deep 3. And the Hornets miss again.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Outside, Porter. Pass to Edey. Back to Porter. It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Back to Prince. And here is Doncic. And again, the Hornets missing.
Still looking for his first triple of the half. He had 3 at the break.
Guarded by Prince. There's Porter with the 3. The Hornets pull it in. Wagner's got his 4th rebound in this one. Loads it up for Adebayo. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. And Halliburton slams it in.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Pass to Doncic. Halliburton with the steal. And here we go. Halliburton heading to the hoop. And Halliburton slams it in.
Yeah, Tyrese Halliburton in transition is one of the most fearsome sights because he can score, and we know he's a special passer.
And here's Doncic from the arc. And he's good on the 3-ball. Doncic has got 8 points in the quarter.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Halliburton outside. Pass to Edey. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. Edey's got 10.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Doncic. Pelicans with the rebound. Halliburton outside. Edwards with it. Back to Halliburton. Off target from 3-point range.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Jacks up a 3. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
Knocks that one down. 4 triples for the night. 3 in the first half.
Pelicans leading by 23. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Taurean Prince.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for New Orleans.
Their fast break plays have seemed unstoppable. They just keep finding ways to overrun the defense here in transition.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Right, you think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
Charlotte's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. Hayes the pass to Nemhard. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Nemhard's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
It's Edwards on the wing. And again, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
The Hornets have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Nembhard, the pass to Ware. Back to Nembhard. Elbow shot. Again, the Hornets score.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Edwards dishes to Green. Connects from three-point range. Green's got 6 points.
You see the work Anthony Edwards has put in on his decision-making. That's a pretty setup.
For Charlotte, they've gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime, shooting 8 of 15. Now here's Hayes, guarded closer and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Now here is Halliburton, 15 points in the game. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
Well, you love when guards are unafraid to get to the painted area and finish. Go ahead, Tyrese.
Halliburton with the steal and finished off by Halliburton.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your head. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And the Hornets making a change here. Brownie's checked in, and the Pelicans also making a change. Huff's checked in. New Orleans has gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. And another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
And Tyrese Halliburton, one of the best offensive players in the league, Doris. He's so fun to watch.
Kev, this young man is special, and not only because of the flair and the skill as a passer, the shot-making ability. To me, it's the joy he brings to the game and how that joy lifts his teammates around him.
Pass to Hayes. They need this. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Another possession, another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. 1:43 left in the third quarter. Charlotte has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Here's the 3. That one, no good.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Halliburton passes to Edwards. Shoots over Nembhard. Edwards, no good. Hornets shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. It's stolen by Edwards. And the layup falls. Edwards got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
52 seconds left in the third. To the inside. And here's Hayes. He's got 14. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ware. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for New Orleans. Pass to Huff. The 17-footer goes down. Huff's got 5 points so far.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Anthony Edwards, shooting 1.
Anthony Edwards is a physical force. This guy has the frame and the game to be an elite two-way player.
Shot to stop the run. Pelicans with the rebound. Now Halliburton with 1 on the clock. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's New Orleans with a huge 37-point lead to end the quarter. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Well, you shared your time with me throughout this, and for that I'm grateful. I enjoyed a chance to get to know you a little bit.
And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Connect. He's out there with Monroe. And it's Clowney in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And so often we'll hear talk about how many rings a great player has. Doris, do we emphasize that maybe too much?
I think, Kevin, first and foremost, a great player is great no matter what. This is a team sport, and a player doesn't have control necessarily of the parts and pieces behind him or the organization within which he's trying to succeed. Titles matter, certainly, there's no question, and it's great fodder for fans, but it's not how I define a great player.
Riley is jacked in for the Hornets. And he sinks the second. He's with it. Pass to Connect. To the paint. Here's Riley. Hits the jumper. The Pelicans shooting indicative of smooth offensive play, up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. And here's Green outside. The three-pointer is right on target.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Pass to Huff. From 12 feet out. Jump shot is good.
Assisted by number 17.
Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you've got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
Pass to Queen. Inside. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
What an excellent post-entry pass. Good things happen when you make that next look.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Riley, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Fires the three. Good on the triple.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Here is Riley. Driving in. Here's Clowney. Offensive rebound. Connect with a wide open look. Sinks the three-pointer.
Well, that's somebody who sees the whole floor and delivers it to the perfect wide open shooter.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Here's Riley. Misses, and he wants that one back.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Charlotte's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Knocks it loose. Pass to Connect. Now Hayes. And the league trying to get a bit more competition in the All-Star game. You got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well for the in-season tournament. Even a little something might help up the ante just a bit. The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Well, you have to be cognizant of where people are when the shot goes up. Defenders not blocking out in that instance.
Johnson outside. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
For Charlotte, they've gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. Now here's Hayes. Not a lot of room. Off the mark with the little step back Johnny. Pass to Johnson. Shoots over Connect. Johnson's shot is off. The Hornets shooting at 42% in this final quarter. Out to the wing. Riley kicks to Hayes. Connect with it. Just 5 to shoot. For the 3. He can't hit that time.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
There's the pick. To the inside. One-on-one fast break. Oh!
Yes.
Goodness.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Back when you played, Greg, the offseason was more of a dead period for the league. Not anymore. They want to make it year-round. Every month, something's going on.
Kevin, I love Vegas Summer League. It's given us some extra hoops. It's created a ton of excitement for the future. And also the trades and signings. The NBA is a 12-month-a-year league.
For New Orleans, they've gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Got that one up quick. Green's got 9 points now in just the second half.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Pass to Riley. 3-pointer. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists tonight.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Now Johnson. Fires the 3. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
And here's Doncic from the arc. That one misses. The Pelicans have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Green finds Anderson. New Orleans moving the ball around. Johnson gets the bucket.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the 3-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Here's Doncic. Drills the elbow jumper. Doncic has got 23.
Well, Luka not forcing his way inside, just taking that mid-range shot because that's what the defense offered up to him.
Pass to Huff. Green with the ball. Puts up a three. Riley grabs the miss. You know, Doris, we know how physical the NBA is, but can you talk to the importance of mental toughness as well, and what it means for a player?
Kevin, I don't think a player can be successful in the NBA, and certainly a team cannot, without some level of grit and mental toughness. And what does that mean? How does that manifest itself? It means handling adversity. It means overcoming a key injury. There's a toughness required to be amongst the smartest, most resilient players or teams in the NBA.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Huff. Hornets with the rebound. Wagner's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Nembhard, guarded by Green. Doncic looking it over. Here is Riley, covered by Johnson. Fades back. Riley can't hit.
You know, he made an easy shot so much harder, and it really cost him the bucket, guys.
Pass to Huff. There's the triple. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Number 17.
Prince is checked in for Riley.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Wagner finds Prince. Greg, we see the NBA finding players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
The 3 for Doncic. Good on the 3-point shot. Doncic has got 7 points here in this quarter.
There's a savviness innate to Luka Doncic. He has played this game for such a long time. Pick and roll, yeah, that's in my bag.
Here's Jan Kunis. Six to shoot. Johnson outside. To end the drought. Drains it from beyond the arc. Johnson's got 9 points now in just the second half. The Hornets shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. Here's Doncic. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Pelican shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it. And Anderson has it in the corner. Launches it. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Adebayo. Here's Doncic. Good, nice job down low. Doncic has got 30.
This has been one of the most elite, consistent scorers since he entered the league. Luka in the house.
Pass to Queen. Out to the right wing. Johnson outside. No good on the triple. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Off target with his 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Jan Kunis, the pass to Anderson. Johnson against Wagner. And the basket by Johnson. 1:33 left to play here in the fourth. Charlotte shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for New Orleans.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And
on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Tyrese Halliburton.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
Doncic outside. Pelicans with the rebound. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Giannis. 17 seconds left in the game. 5 on the clock. And the basket is good.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
So we see New Orleans taking the W here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And now, our player of the game, Tyrese Halliburton.
They went from 1 down to up 13. Casey Wallace with the finish. And from that point on, it was all Thunder. They were in control fourth quarter, 81-68. Alex Caruso sets up SGA for another 3. Thunder up 84-68. And then watch this. McConnell finds Aaron Nesmith, goes for a layup, blocked by Chet Holmgren. He had 5 blocks. That's the most ever in the NBA Finals Game 7. SGA, he had 12 assists. That's one of them to J. Dub. He had 20 points. SGA had 29, and the Thunder were up 21. And then 2.5 to play. Williams, Holmgren, let the party begin. The Thunder players, emotional, joy, relief. Pacers, Halliburton, what could have been Thunder first ever championship for OKC.
We prioritize winning. We don't prioritize anything else in this game. We want to win. We want to win on the highest level. But that looks like something new every night, every opponent, every arena. And that's all we focus on this whole season, no matter if it was game 1, game 45, or game 105. We prioritize winning, and because we did so, we won on the highest level.
I think throughout the season, you all always heard we're too young, not experienced enough. When we had a great season, it's when the playoffs are going to start. We haven't gone through enough to get here, and so I think the Pacers are kind of similar in that sense, where the world kind of doubted us for a sec. And
all right, y'all. That's gonna be it for day 3 of Livestream Fest. Come back tomorrow for day 4. We're gonna be playing day 2K again. Really good stuff. So please make sure that you're here with us. Probably an all-day stream tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe it won't be 12 hours, but we'll start, early. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy, AJTRIP, signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there.